Բարև ձեզ։ Մենք գտնվում ենք Հայաստանի ֆուտբոլի ֆեդերացիայի տեխնիկական կենտրոն Ավարնի ակադեմիայում, որտեղ մենք անցկացնում ենք հարցազրույց Միլան մանկապատանեկան ճամբարի ներկայացուցիչների հետ։ Սա բարեգործական նախաձեռնություն է, որն իրականացնում է Ameriabank-ը եւ որի շուրջ համախմբվում են Զանգեզուր պղնձամոլիբդենային կոմբինատը, Team Telecom Armenian եւ Տաշիր ընկերությունների խումբը։ Այսօր մենք զրուցելու ենք մեր գործընկերների հետ։ Մեր հյուրերն են Լուկա Նամադեսին եւ Կլաուդիո Զոլան։ Hello. And welcome to Armenia. Thank you for coming and visiting Armenia. So firstly, I would like to know your opinion about Armenia, about your Yerevan. Is this your first visit in Armenia? And what can you say about staying here during these days? Maybe we shall start with Luca.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the invitation. And it's not my first time in Armenia because I really like the country. And to celebrate my birthday last year, I decided to come here.
Wow.
So I've been traveling a bit around the north side, the south side, and then of course Yerevan. So I really like the atmosphere, the people, food. So Armenian's vibe already got me.
For me, it's the first day, the first time in Armenia, but I found a beautiful city, very quiet city. I saw when we spent a little time in the evening after the training.
What is the main goal of your coming here? So what is the main business of your coming here?
This is the first project we did in Armenia, and we are still doing it. We are really happy and excited because we found an amazing location like here, thanks to the Football Federation, and then thanks to all the partners, Ameriabank, and everyone who let us doing this. We really found everything top level. So about the kids, we know they're coming from all over Armenia, and then we found good talents, but at the same time, we found really good attitude because not everybody will become football player, but then all of them will become adult people. So they will. Our main target is to provide them an unforgettable experience and to let them increase their football level, not depending by the starting level they do have.
So for me, that I'm a coach, we are happy to share our methodology of the Milan Academy and the Milan youth sector. So we give the possibility to many kids around the world to live in a great experience for share the methodology of AC Milan. And it's important to enjoy all together and to touch everything about football. And I can say that it was amazing also for us and for the kids that can play with a professional coach.
Okay, and another question to Claudio. Claudio, you're coaching for many years and you're working with other kids from other countries. So what is the main position of Armenian kids? Like, what did you saw? What were they doing mostly, and what they can improve mostly?
But you know, every kids have talent. Every kids, and of course we have to contextualize every situation. So we found the good player. I spent time with the Gars group and was very funny. But everybody has a talent, and we have to push them for reach the 100% of their possibility. But in 1 week is not so easy. No, we are not a long program. But in this 1 week, we can touch all the phases of the football game.
Okay, and Luca, how did you manage to come to Armenia?
Yeah, I always found a connection with Armenia, so I was really happy to try to do and organize something here. So it was something we were looking for, and we are really happy to do that because we tried in the last 5 years, but it was not that easy. So now after COVID, we are finally here, and we hope this is just the first project, the first camp of many others.
Yeah, and of course, another question for you. As you know, the main opponent of AC Milan, Inter, is opening a great academy in Tbilisi, near Armenia, in Georgia. So is there an opportunity for Armenian children to have here in Armenia in Milan Academy, maybe one day? Are there any opportunities for us?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. So it's not that easy to have a permanent academy, but at the same time, we will try to find out if there's any possibility to do that. So we just need to wait. This was a camp, and we were just focused on this camp to be as best as possible. So then after that, we will try to talk about long-term projects.
Yeah. Okay, Claudio, you have worked with Armenian children during this 1 week. And of course, you have recognized some stuff about Armenian football, about Armenian football mining. So, as a coach, what do you think? What is the main thing to teach children for becoming a good player?
But I found that maybe they have to work more for the mentality, because it's not enough to be a good player like technical skill, but you must to be also very good in your personality, mentality. Of course, 1 week is difficult to find a good feeling, but we have always to push for the focus in the pitch, the intensity, the transition, because football is a situational game, so they have to be ready for every situation. They have to understand every situation. The kids have to be free to choice, to mistake, and to improve their skill.
And of course, pedagogical stuff is also mostly important, because like they are kids. And the football knowledge can be improved during years. But do you think that the coaches of the children has to do more pedagogical things than football things?
The coaches that we worked together was good with us. They follow us because, of course, pedagogic is so important because they are kids.
Yeah.
They have to transmit the passion, but also the fun, you know, because they see you. So if you are sad, they can't be happy. If you are happy and you play with them, they can follow you more and they can improve better their skill.
And of course, I would like to ask the question about possibilities of like transfer from Yerevan to Italy, to Milan. So Luca, from which age there are opportunities for Armenian kids, for Armenian children, to be chosen to come to continue their practice in Italy? Are there any possibilities for them?
It's complicated. FIFA has really strict rules. So until a kid is turning 18, then he cannot travel abroad. So this is not just the AC Milan thing, this is worldwide.
Yeah.
So we need to, of course, respect FIFA rules.
Yeah.
At the same time, scouting is not the main goal about the camp, but of course, if there's any talented players, then the head coach will see him, will notice him or her, and then it's something that maybe could be taken, like monitored for the future. But this is not an opportunity that is gonna happen like soon. But then again, our main target is to give them an experience, to set the benchmark, to let them understand which is the Italian way of working, of coaching, and to learn a new methodology for the assistant coaches. And we think this could be something for them to understand which are the tools they need to work on and how do they need to form themselves to become better coaches and better players.
Okay, and so what is the main importance of working with kids? What are you talking with the children? What are you teaching them?
My meaning is I have to remember that I was like them. So I have to go back like a kid. My mind have to know and I have to speak very easy. I have to be like their friends. So you create a good feeling and they can follow you very, very easily. And I work abroad usually, and for example in Japan was different, but I had to know the mentality of Japanese kids when I was in Saudi Arabia. I had to know the mentality of the kids of their culture, and the same here. But we found very quickly the good feeling and the key for speak with them. For this, I told you we created a good training and all the weeks.
Okay.
I'm sorry, can I just add something about that?
Of course.
Because I 100% agree about what Claudio say. And then in a really short time, it's not that easy to make an impact. But what we're trying to do is like to put a seed on a land, and then when they will continue to stay here, if there is a seed and they will keep working on that, then the flower will come up. So we're not here to see the conclusion and not to see all the improvement. This is just the very beginning. So we try to give them all the tools, football speaking, but extra football speaking, because many of them never saw a person coming from Italy, for example. Mm-hmm. So maybe in the future they are willing to come to Italy to study, or maybe dreaming about playing football in Italy. So again, it's a really short time, but I think we do have a big responsibility on them.
Yeah, it is very important.
And the last thing is, sorry,
of course.
The last, but sometimes you can find some kids very shy. Maybe they cry the first day and they want to go back home. But I always say, you cry now the first day, and you will cry the last day when you leave, because you create a great relationship, also friendship with the other kids. As the last week, and I hope also, I'm sure about also the next week.
Maybe you can understand during these days our mentality maybe a little bit complicated with women in football. So as I know, there are many little girls who are playing during this camp. So what can you say about our Armenian little girls?
Yeah, I can say we are really, really happy to see so many girls playing football, because Claudio and I, we've been working on this project for the last 10 years, and it's the first time we see so many girls involved in a mixed gender camp, because there are some specific female camps, but then we never had more than 40 girls in a mixed camp. So we're really happy, first of all. And second, the effort they're putting on that, it's amazing. So really, what we're really happy about that is they saw that this is a really unique opportunity, and they're trying to enjoy as much as they can, but not only enjoying having fun, but at the same time trying to push their football skills in order to increase their level. So we are really happy about that.
Yes, we worked in two groups with 47 guards last week, and every guys fight it a lot because the guys is a little bit different about guys. Is not lazy. Maybe the guys is more lazy. When the guys start to do something, they work 100%.
What is the main goal of working with kids, and what are the main differences working with kids and more professional players? Like what the kids have to know before becoming a professional football player? What are the main steps for the kids to become a good football player?
But technique is the most important thing for play football, but it's not enough. And when I go in the youth sector of AC Milan, I see always very, very, very strong player, but also from 8, 9 years old. But they are already ready also by mentality for the sacrifice, for everything about football. They are already little talent, and it's not easy to become a professional soccer player.
Yeah, that all the professional players, they were kids, but not all the kids, they will become professional players. So again, we really need to give everybody the tools to increase the level. Then when you see someone that is very talented, you just need to let him go in through the process.
How will the coaches have to work with children's parents?
It's important to have a good connection and speak a lot with them. We usually make some meeting with them for explain what we are doing, and they have to understand that the kids, we work for the kids, for their development, and when they have to grow up better, but we stay with them 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, depend of the level of the kids by week. We always say that the parents don't say what they have to do. They can do. They have to improve by themselves, no? They have to be alone, because when they play the match, you are not there. We have to say that you have to play. How to play is your problem, because we don't play together. But we have to have a good connection with the parents, because it's important, because if the kids have some problem, it's better that the parents speak with us and they can say us which problem is they are living, so we can help them.
Luca, as a coordinator and organizer at Milan Academy, how do you speak with the parents, and how do you talk them what they have to do and what they doesn't have to do?
Yeah, so the problem about the relationship with parents, it's still going on after many, many years. So there's not a single solution. Then my opinion is, if you keep the parents all outside everything, it's not the right solution, because they don't understand, and maybe they could not trust about what the coaches or the team is doing. The best way would be to do formation for the coaches, but for the parents as well. So you really need to set the limit. So after that limit, they cannot have any words on what you are doing. But then before of that, I think you need to explain them what you are doing, which is the process, and doing a formation course about how should they speak with the kids before, during, and after the games.
And another question is about the future of the kids. When they are 15 and when they are 16 or 17, they have to choose what they have to do. This is also mostly important thing for the academy to show the way to where to go. So what is your position on this?
So studying is always a priority, because football world is very unpredictable. So sometimes you can have a lot of success, you can be lucky sometimes, but then other times it happens that maybe an injury or maybe bad decisions or maybe extra football field problems can really cut your career at the very beginning. So then if you only focus on football, even though you are a good talent, but then at 18, 19, 20 years old you realize you cannot be a professional player, then you really cannot find a place, or you will struggle to find your place in society.
Yeah.
So they always need to go along, both of them. So this is why focusing on studying is not an option or a decision, it's a must.
I know that it is really hard to give any promises, but maybe as a conclusion of your spending here your first week. So what did you do and what will you do during your another visiting here, and the main goal of you? What can you say?
So first of all, I made a promise to myself to do all the possible I could do to organize something in Armenia, and here we are. So it's always hard to make promises, because I know the impact they do have and in people's expectations.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as here we are, so we made it. And then we are optimistic to continue our path here in Yerevan and in Armenia in general. So now we are focused on doing our best about these 2 weeks of camp, but then we will do all the possible, we will do everything we can to do something also for the future. That could be a camp, that could be an academy, that could be another project. So it's hard to say right now, and it's hard to make promises. But what I can promise is that I will do all my best to make it possible.
So I already done 2 video calls with my manager in AC Milan for explain what we found, and they asked me, but there is the possibility to open the academy, why not? It would be very, very good to open the academy and work in Armenia with the coach of AC Milan that work and teach to the local coach. But also Luca has to speak with AC Milan each quarter, also for the new project like Milan Experience, if it's possible to do for kids, or also for the coaches to come maybe 1 week in Italy and try to live a new experience, the same experience but in Italy, with training in the youth sector of AC Milan, friendly match, to visit San Siro, to visit the headquarters of AC Milan, to meet the legends. We can do everything, but it's not easy. But I'm sure that Luca will work hard for the best for all Armenian kids.
Thank you very much for coming here and hope you will enjoy yourself here in Yerevan and hope you will spend your another birthday party here in Yerevan. Thank you very much. Ես հիշեցնեմ, որ մենք զրուցում ենք Միլանի ակադեմիայի մանկապատանեկան ճամբարի ներկայացուցիչների հետ։ Սա բարեգործական նախաձեռնություն էր, որ իրականացրել էր Ameriabank-ը եւ այցի գլխավոր նպատակն էր մարզելու մարզաբնակ 160 պատանիների։ Շնորհակալություն ուշադրության համար եւ ցտեսություն։